Hi, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade. Today, we're going to work on my Hollywood Heat. Well, everything actually works on this game, except for one single controlled lamp that is right here. It's my special lamp that's on the upper arch here. I have one that's right here, as you can see, that's blinking red, and that one should blink red also. I'll see if I can get you to see it actually a little bit better. But yeah, that's the only thing that's bothering me about this game. As you can see, we do have the one that's working right there. But the one that's way back over here, see if I can get a light to shine on it. Yeah, no, it's like way too bright. But anyways, yeah, it's right here. We're not blinking. There we go. Just about in the middle of the screen. Right here. That one will not blink. In order to fix that, we have to get the back glass off and get the driver board out of the machine. So let's do that. But what I'm going to do is unplug the machine, turn it off, unplug the machine, and then we will get to doing that. Alright, I got the machine unplugged. Let's verify. We got no power, so let's get this back glass off. Now we'll take this and put it out of the way. And let's get this speaker off, speaker panel. I'll just lay that right there. Alright. Let's zoom in to the driver board. Alright, what we will need to do, enough light on there? That's pretty decent. We're going to unplug everything, and I believe it's either this one or that one we have to desolder and put a new one in. Plug that out and leave that there. 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 As you can see already, I did upgrade to a LED light. Alright. I got those out. I'm going to use my little tweezers thing to squeeze these together to get them to come out. That one look broke already. There we go. Fresh driver board removed. And it looks pretty unmolested right now. Looks in pretty decent condition. Yeah, it doesn't really look like it has any work done to it, to me. Yeah, from what I see, what it looks like, it doesn't look like it's been touched. However, I will put my really cool Harbor Freight magnifying glasses things on it, and I will look at it even better. From what I see, this board has not ever been touched. Nothing has been touched on this. Oh, wait. No, maybe not. Nope. I was thinking this one was replaced right here, but from what I look at it closer, the solder just looks shinier than the factory. But as I look on it, that's the factory solder. But anyways, where are we? We are right here. One of these got to get replaced. But before we replace them, let's just look at the solder joints on them. So if we got cold solder joints on here, maybe I could just reflow it and it would work. But from what I see on both of them, so I can't remember which one exactly it is. I got the book over there, and then we'll go over why I believe what it is and how I found it. Okay, no, there's no cold solder joints, so we just have a bad I forget whatever the hell they're called. We will look at that when we get to the manual. Alright, I'll show you how I came to the conclusion. We're on page 41 and 42 of the Hollywood Heat manual. These are for the controlled solenoids and illumination and the non-controlled lights. So we're going with the controlled lights because that light is controlled, where it turns on when it needs to be turned on, so we know that that's special. If we get the ball up there, we're going to get a special. So it is called a controlled light. And let me see if I can zoom in onto the exact area. Alright. We are right here where it says top rollover special. That's exactly what we want. And we are on connector A3J3. I guess the wire would be L10, and the color is 577, which is 5 green, green, and violet. That's just how Gottlieb decodes their wire colors, which is right here. Oh, they got one right here too. Right here. 5 is green and 7 is violet. So as we look at that top roll under special, it says 577. Well, actually it is green, violet, violet. It will be a white wire with a green stripe going around it and 2 violet stripes going around it. So that is what I looked at. I also did verify the bulb is working on there, and I checked over the socket real good. The socket is solid. It doesn't need any fixing or anything. So we're on that, and that is what we call L10. It's just how I figured it out. And then we went over to here, which is the driver board component location, and I found the connector to A3J2, and right there we got L10, which is a Q11 on the board, and that takes the MPS A13, which is right here. Let's see if I can get a good Marco focus on it, as I would do my pinball parts or not. That's what we need. There's the part. That's what we got to replace. So like I said, here's the connector, and then L10 is right there, and we're going over there, and it's a Q11, and that's what we want to replace. And the Q11 on the board is right here. That's the transistor we want to replace, and that's what we have right here. We got these. So therefore, on the board, if we look at it, it's this top one. And I looked at these, both of these, through my magnifying glass, and they both work perfect. I mean, well, they both, the solder joints on the back are perfect. Like I said, this is a totally unmolested board, which is kind of odd to find, but it's also really cool to find at the same time. A game this old, and it hasn't been touched. Nothing, and it's not even burnt or anything. You know, this board is in excellent condition. But yeah, look at that. So like I said, I did look at the solder joints right here, and there's no cold solder joints on them or anything. So we're just going to get the good old solder sucker heated up, suck out the solder from them, solder a new one of these puppies in there, and then we will get to it. So let's get out the soldering iron, and we'll get that Q11 out. Alright, let's get that replaced. It is actually the next day. So I don't remember exactly what I did on that last video. So I'm just flipping it over. I got my finger on the one, so I know it's these three right here that we will be removing. Sometimes they're just a little pain to get out. Alright. I don't think we need the solder sucker anymore. But we do need our new transistor to put in. And where are we? Right there. I wonder if you guys even got any of that. So anyways, I did suck those out. If I can keep that there. I'll get our new piece and put it in there. And I'll just put it through the board the exact same way. Like that. I'll flip it back over. Actually, the bend is just a little bit because I kind of want to keep the exact same height I got going on with the original one. There we go. And we'll take the solder. Just solder it back in. Let me see how good that looks. Looks good here. Looks just as good on the other side. So now we'll cut them off. I will get my move in front of you. Get my alcohol toothbrush and a piece of paper towel and cut back in front of you again so we can clean that off. This is why you screw the lid on when you're done. There. Always screw the lid on. Get that out. Probably turn off my soldering iron now. I want to look over it one more time since it's clean. Looks good to me. It's got a little bit of solder flux left there yet. There. Now let's see how that looks. And you know what? It looks like the board hasn't been worked on. So maybe this was done at one time. Maybe it was worked on at one time. Now, what I'm gonna do with up here is, my wife gave me some fingernail polish. Well, I asked her for some. I'm like, do you get any fingernail polish you don't use? And she's like, why? Like, now I know that that's been replaced at one time. That's why. I know I've worked on that and I replaced it. So we will get this back over to Hollywood Heat and put it back inside. So I'm going to stop this and we'll be right back. Alright, we got the camera set up. So we will put this back in the machine. And just letting you know that my fingernail polish is still wet. That's one of the harder connections to put back on. Just because these wires are so like tight up against each other. Everything is on. Actually, I don't need this anymore. Over on the table. Get this closed up. And let's move this down to the playfield area where we did not have a blinking light here. Let's plug the machine back in. Oh, when we power it on, that light should blink. Look at that. We get a blinker. We have a blinker. Now we got both of them. We got that special, which is right here blinking, and this one right here blinking that we didn't have before. That is how you diagnose and repair faulty LEDs, faulty lights on a System 80. Let's get that thing out of the way. Get the glass up in there. Alright, we'll get the glass back down. There we go, look at that. That was actually pretty simple, wasn't it? I believe it was pretty simple. So, with most games, I highly suggest a paper schematic or manual. Yeah, I know the downloaded ones that you can get are super awesome. However, with this one that I have here, it allowed me to sit and look at a schematic, you know, with my eyes, and I could flip through back and forth. Yes, I have used the schematics on my computer and stuff like that before, but I just find these sometimes are just so much easier to use. Gottlieb ones are damn near impossible to find a PDF version on the internet. Yeah, they do exist. They're very impossible to find. You gotta know where to really look for any Gottlieb printed paper PDF on the internet. They can be found and traded. However, the best place to buy them from is like Pinball Resource. If you want one, I actually got this one off of eBay. Somebody was selling it, and the copy I got, when I open it up, it doesn't look like it was ever looked at before. Yeah, the book looks like it's been thrown around a couple times, but it looks to me like I don't ever believe anybody opened it up and ever used it for anything. But as you can see, it was pretty easy to diagnose a non-blinking light on this game. Like I said, the first thing I did check the bulb. I did take this bulb out and put it over here, and you know, it worked. So I knew it wasn't a bulb. I looked at all the wiring on it. I kind of thought it looked a little weird, but then my friend Gar over at the Garcade, he has his own Hollywood heat at his home, and I was over there and I asked if I could see it, and sure enough, his playfield looked exactly the same underneath. And I did another Hollywood heat before, which you will eventually see the series. It is not this game, but for some reason I did not get any good close-ups of that light right there. So yeah, it does kind of help to have someone with a game. But also, if I would have looked at the schematic, I would have seen that it had weird wiring on it. It looks like somebody like hot wired it or patched it. That's why I didn't think it was correct. But yeah, it's correct. It was just weird how Gottlieb wired that bulb up. But yeah, now we got my special up here working, which I think is awesome, because these alternate, so you never know which one is lit up. And if this one, it happened to be lit up, you'll never know you could get the special. So that's why all my controlled lamps, I want all of them to work. Actually, on the other Hollywood heat, I think I had to fix the 2X light. That wasn't working. But it was the same thing. Replace one of those transistors on there. But yeah, now we got a blinker, which is awesome. And that just makes, I believe, having all the lights work on a game, it just makes it so much more fun to play, because there's no mystery, you know. Is that light off or should it be on? It's working now. So with that, I hope diagnosing and fixing Gottlieb System 80 lamp issue was helpful to you. There'll be some cool stuff along the bottoms. Please drop a comment, give me a like, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe and share this video if it helped you or it could help a friend. I make all these videos, you know, for you. If you need help, sometimes a full video going through something is better than saying, yeah, just replace this or whatever. Now this one light fix here will help you diagnose every other single light issue you have on a Gottlieb System 80. And with that, like I said, like, subscribe, and share, and take care, and later.